Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling,
Did Jared and Mike introduce me?
Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling.
They did something like that.
Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling.
Does the song still work? I like it behind the stage.
You haven't been hustling. I've been watching you.
So you're saying that I hustle, but not every day?
No, I don't think you deserve that song anymore.
Alright, well, you can come out first, and then I'll come out sheepishly.
But we have information for them about that bizarre audio thing.
Okay, so we all had a kind of spectral visitation during Jordan's panel. We remember this? Where a mysterious
ghost voice,
vaguely Soviet voice, exhorted
ambiguously foreign.
Ambiguously foreign. Talked to us and exhorted us to shout and yell, but that man was actually downstairs
on another wireless microphone.
And he just happened to do his crowd amping behaviors as soon as Jordan asked for questions.
So he wasn't actually talking to you guys, but you did great.
That was pretty incredible. Yeah. You did not miss it.
That was awesome. That was very good.
No, you did not miss a beat. I see the traditional lines.
Yeah, we're here for a reason.
At the microphone zone.
We should start. Is this tape line not to go past? Is that like?
Is it? Oh, what if I do that? What then? Oh, what if we go in here? Alright.
Alright, we're starting over here.
Yeah, we're hardcore for real. How do we yell?
So, Mike, Eric, how often do you touch penises?
Yeah!
First question, really? Can we ease into that one, so to speak?
You just like, ballsy, first try, and you just like...
Should we just get it out of the way?
No!
Okay.
One more thing. Who threatened...
Oh, that wasn't it? So happy.
Who threatened to leave unless you two touch penises once a week? Would you do it?
We cross swords. We don't touch the tip, but the entire shaft.
That is the thing.
Think about that shit all night.
Should we shut
What's that? Oh, approach the microphone. That was pretty sweet.
It's not working.
Oh, it is.
That works for me.
Alright, it works. I got a question for Gabe, actually.
That's me.
Yeah. A question just came to me recently. I kind of need to hear your expertise on this, and if you could help me, it seemed like they got into it. How good is Charles with his tongue?
Oh, God.
Things are starting as a hot seat.
The first two questions.
It's a hot jungle item.
You're referring to today's comic strip, obviously, in which Charles and Gabe finally kiss.
No, just in general.
Oh, no.
He told me that it was rough like a cat's tongue.
No, there's going to be a fourth panel. Yeah, they filmed a fourth panel for that one, right?
Yeah, sir.
And you'll see that my initial idea was that Gabe would knock on the door, say his lines, Charles would open the door, and then embrace him in his bosom. And Jerry said, fuck that, just make him kiss.
You have to give Tumblr what it wants.
Yeah, I was actually thanked by all the perverts on Tumblr this morning.
So they speak with a single voice. Those lights were really cool how they showed those people we were talking to.
It was so easy to see human beings. Oh!
Anyways, hi guys, I'm a fan of the work.
Thank you.
You're in the right place.
The other day I was browsing online and I came across the comic, and it was a parody of the one you did the other day about the sexual airships, like the fetish.
Oh, sure.
Anyway, superimposed over the airship was a picture of Tycho shaved a pear with Mike's nose. And instead of talking about like bumping bulges, it was talking about bumping balls and having balls so hard right now.
Anyways, three now.
I'm going to think about your question long and hard. I'm sorry, this is, I'm sure, going someplace. Can't wait to get there.
Anyways, underneath it was like some kind of petty and really abrasive criticism about you guys hiding your appearances behind like these really masculine facades. And I'm wondering if that comment you did about the retina display could be interpreted as like a middle finger to the haters.
No. But obviously, haters, you know.
Sure.
I would exhort them to hate the game. No, I don't even know what it is. I don't know what it is.
No, I mean, it was just funny. That joke was just funny. It wasn't meant as a middle finger to anybody. Although certainly I would give them a middle finger. No, I mean, the concept that there are people on the internet who don't like me. That's old now.
That line actually goes around the block.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. According to this guy, you said penis first.
Okay, yeah. Just get anti with the penis.
This is my low line. So I had a conversation with my girlfriend a long time ago. It was basically the kind of conversation that inspires you guys to do comics. The absolutely ridiculous kind. And because she's an artist, I then wrote it up and badgered her until she actually made it. I have that comic in print form and I'd like to present it to you guys.
We love gifts. Yeah.
All right. Here you go. Oh, no, don't worry. I know it.
Do we check for white powder? Step back here. Down the blast radius. Oh, it's just paper. Let's read it to ourselves first. Make sure.
Oh.
So I'm supposed to, well, look at what I have to say, though.
That is the second time this week. Where is this abyss in which you toss entire rolls of toilet paper?
I just like to be thorough. My policy is, never know when somebody is going to see your anus. The last thing I want is for anyone to say, hey, that dude has a dirty anus.
And after that, then Gabe eats nachos. Thank you very much.
So, are we talking about your wife's butt or your butt? I mean, how did that conversation go? You know what? Never mind. Oh, that was a bad idea.
Well, that was me speaking. That's why I forced her to do it.
All right.
Yeah.
With badgers.
Yes.
All right.
She sounds like a keeper.
Alright, I'm
My signal. Fix the signal. Go ahead. You fire away.
I'm the dude that rapped last year. I don't know how to rap.
Oh, okay. That was really great. I often think about that, actually.
Really?
Was Dance Great in it?
Yeah. But I just have a question about the podcast. I know the PHEV was like an evolution of that, but I was curious if you could ever bring that back, because I guess it's kind of weird, but I can listen to it when I eat, So, it's soothing? I don't know.
Each chew.
You guys talk about food so often, it's like, alright.
We do, yeah. It's the writing phase is like right before lunch.
Right.
Kickstarter. No, I don't know.
No, I mean, PATV, like I said, has really sort of filled that void. Obviously, the podcasts were a lot more fly on the wall, you know? I don't think we're not going to bring them back, I'm sorry.
Alright, thank you though.
We will do one.
What?
Yeah? Okay.
During April, we will do one podcast.
We need to talk about the page and being on the same one.
Actually, I gotta talk to this guy.
I have a gift, which is pretty common, but it's a conditional gift. I will give you this
We have that book.
Do you? Yeah. Would Jerry like to read the book to all of us right now?
It's a very funny book, but it's for 5-year-olds. I don't know.
It's I want my hat back. Do we want to have story time? It's my name. Oh, don't worry. I got kids.
Here, I'll hold the book.
Here. No, it's not gonna do this. This is easy. I want my hat back by John Klassen. My hat is gone. I want it back. Have you seen my hat? No. I haven't seen your hat. Okay, thank you anyway. I wait for the twist. Have you seen my hat? No, I have not seen any hats around here. Okay, thank you anyway. Have you seen my hat? No. Why are you asking me? I haven't seen it. I haven't seen any hats anywhere. I didn't steal a hat. Don't ask me any more questions. Okay. Thank you anyway. Yeah, I'm on board. Have you seen my hat? I haven't seen anything all day. I have been trying to climb this rock. Would you like me to lift you on top of it? Yes, please.
Aww.
Have you seen my hat? I saw a hat once. It was moving around. My hat doesn't look like that. Thank you anyway. Have you seen my hat? What's a hat? Thank you anyway. He doesn't spend a lot of time there. Nobody has seen my hat. What if I never see it again? What if nobody ever finds it? My poor hat, I miss it so much. What's the matter? I have lost my hat, and nobody has seen it. What does your hat look like? It is red, and pointy, and... I have seen my hat. You stole my hat.
Surprisingly well. Oh
Excuse me, have you seen a rabbit wearing a hat? This is the denouement. No, why are you asking me? I haven't seen him. I haven't seen any rabbits anywhere. I wouldn't eat a rabbit. Don't ask me any more questions. Okay, thank you anyway. I just saw the meat. Sir, I'm scared. This is a prank, isn't it?
Hello, Mike and Jerry. I'm here as a representative of the group Personal Observational Testing for Aperture Testing and Observation. Or as we like to call it, POTATO. Due to recent experiments that Aperture Laboratories have implemented in the area, Aperture Laboratories has deemed the Boston Convention and Exposition Center as questionably safe. And as deployed POTATO team. POTATO is here to ensure the safety of you and others at the venue through mandatory volunteer testing. Would you be willing to participate in your mandatory volunteer testing? By answering our questions.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Question 1. Do you feel safe?
No.
Noted. Question 2. What are your personal levels of consumption of dihydrogen monoxide over the last 48 hours?
Pretty good. Good enough.
Let me input your responses into my safety and health informational tablet.
That's orange.
Couldn't put a wave on there.
Due to your responses, your safety has been deemed as in question.
What?
To ensure your safety until our anticipated date of testing completion.
No.
Please take these safety implementation devices to ensure your safety. Please keep these safety implementation devices on you at all times during the weekend. We will be monitoring your use of the safety implementation devices throughout the weekend, as well as implementing
Potato all weekend?
as well as implementing mandatory volunteer testing for other PAX attendees. Please be safe, and never forget, your safety is our second priority.
You better have an elaborate skin, or you're gonna look real dumb.
I have a question about War Machine.
What do you know?
Yeah, I love it. It's a fantastic game. So, do you have a favorite Warcaster or Warlock, and why?
This is like the personality test. Right? This is Myers-Briggs for generals.
For me, it's Lilith, P-Lilith, or Epic Zagrosh.
Yes.
Those are my two favorites. As for why, Lilith is able to kill people before they
Have a turn.
Before they have a turn, usually. They just don't expect that kind of range.
Yep.
And Zagrosh with a bunch of shredders is just too fun on the feet.
Yeah, I like the Granny's Empire Creos.
Yeah, this
I like that's like the crazy religious zealot army that sets people on fire, and that's a plus. I actually like, he's a character that I think, I talked about this a little bit I think in the post, like he's a character who's like fluff, and his mechanics actually really match. And so when I have a model in a war game that I feel like is a real character, I really enjoy it.
And sort of a follow-up question. Like I know War Machine has a lot of like charity style tournaments.
They do like Food Machine.
Yeah, Food Machine, Residential Brawl. Have you ever thought of putting your weight behind like a Child's Play tournament?
It's a rat joke. Yeah, actually, there's talk of a local one in Seattle at the park.
Yeah, we'll test out a rule set, and we'll get it banged up, and then we'll figure it out. But yes, absolutely.
Awesome, thank you.
That's right.
Hey guys, my girlfriend and I have been coming to PAX since the second year you guys had it in Seattle. And we've had some of our greatest friends here and everything. And
Thank you for coming.
I couldn't think of a better place to do this.
Oh shit.
This is kind of real.
Hold on, okay.
Jessica Weiss, you are my extra life. Together we've stormed the dungeons, we've raided all the vaults, we've conquered all the colossi, and fought every boss. We've stopped the Covenant invasion. We're loyal to the Creed. We rolled the Katamari's and planted every seed. You are my rally gamer, my player 2, and when I feel like I can't go on, you're my press start to continue. My love for you is greater than Hyrule's great sea. Jessica Elizabeth Weiss, will you marry me?
Where is she?
I'm glad she was in the bathroom.
Oh. Come on, come on. Okay, everything's very quiet.
She's kind of shy.
So there was an yes, there was a quiet yes.
First, to that couple, congratulations.
Absolutely.
I wanted to ask my annual question about the future of Acquisitions Inc. I know there was some question last year about whether Wizards was still interested in pursuing it, and I was so psyched to see the live show that you did at PAX Prime.
Yeah, it was fun to cosplay. I think I should make that a part of my PAX experience.
It was amazing, and I understand that Wizard kind of owns that and controls it. I know it's difficult to schedule stuff with Scott and Will out here, but is there any chance that we could get something like that out at PAX East? And it wouldn't even have to be anything crazy. I mean, I think most people in Boston would be happy just to see the four of you sitting at a table role-playing like back in the podcast days.
I think we actually did at WotC about a month ago, and they were very interested in bringing back Acquisitions Inc., especially with the whole D&D Next thing that they've got going on. So I would not be surprised if you see those characters again pretty soon.
Awesome.
Yeah, you can feel pretty confident about that.
Excellent. Actually, sure, can I give you some of that later?
Whatever.
When you know they might, you know.
I really appreciate everything you do here.
Even me.
I'm glad that you guys are here from KTV and share results for us. And what I would like to do is share what me and my partners are doing with the game.
That looks like a game to me.
And I would like to give it to you.
Sure. Anyone want to take? Are you doing demos here? Oh, Alpha, you're Monday. That's something. We won't forget it. In fact, I'm going to put it back there right now. Thank you so much. So you're in here somewhere? There's a measure of you? We'll find it.
How you guys doing?
Pretty good.
Alright. I have two things, not really questions, but things I actually wanted to tell you guys. One of them is kind of sad, one of them is kind of happy. So if I can go ahead and do those, to kind of bring an upward trend to the down.
So we're starting sad.
Yeah. Just giving you a heads up. A long time ago, back when I was about 7, my sister was diagnosed with brain cancer. And this is back before Child's Play, obviously. And we took her out to Boston here to be treated. And there's a place back then called the Ronald McDonald House, which you guys probably know about, which is very similar to the things that Child's Play is doing now. And unfortunately, my sister didn't make it through the treatment. And the last memories I have of her are sharing those games, playing at SNES, taking turns on Centipede, all those kinds of things, being in the hospital treatment room, waiting for her to come out, and taking my time playing Star Fox and things like that, and just seeing, I didn't realize it then, But later I came to appreciate those memories so much from the fact that they're pretty much all I have, and that how much it is lifts a burden from the parents and from the family members. And even though I can't say I've experienced that from Child's Play firsthand, I know that's the same thing and the same experiences that you were helping to provide people. Even if it's not, it doesn't come out well, and if it does come out well, it still helps them along. So I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for that. Taking an upward direction, fast forward a little bit to 2 years ago, first PAX East over at the Hayes here, and thank you, I can't pronounce things properly, but and I apologize for giving you a little 1-2 puncher, but it also starts kind of sad, but one of my best friends just passed away, and I was really not in a good mood, and I just wasn't doing well, I didn't know what I wanted.
Okay, well, I couldn't resist the hug for the first sad story.
Thanks, Derek, and Gabe as well, of course, for what I'm about to say. Thank you both of you guys coming. I didn't really know what I wanted to do with my life. I had all these plans and things were working out. I was halfway through college and didn't know what I wanted. And I got to PAX, I wasn't really sure what to feel, and I had the best time in my life ever. It was probably one of the best experiences. I sat back there watching you guys going all the panels at the concerts, and I sat down and realized that this is the kind of thing that I want to do with my life. The kind of joy you guys bring with your comics and the things you do with PAX. Granted, I don't expect to be the next David Tycho, obviously, but I want to do something in the gaming community to just bring that kind of joy that you guys do that's brought me through all these tough times. And I want to promise you guys and everybody here at PAX, make a PAX pact, if you will, that I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I promise you guys I will do something to give back to everyone else the joy and the strength that you guys have given me from Penny Arcade someday, and hopefully someday soon. I'll hold you to it someday.
Yeah, if you want to.
We actually are in a position to talk about how Child's Play is expanding. For the very first time. Yeah. We've been working for a few months now on a new plan for the charity, and we are actually going to be expanding Child's Play to cover women's shelters all across the country.
These women's shelters end up being children's shelters as well. And we think that we can put together a package and distribute to them where all the anonymity of the areas is maintained, and they can distribute these through their network. So I think it's something we can get done.
And obviously there was the comic, but
yeah, mine's online.
It was online before it was cool.
Well, I mean, the only interesting tidbit to that is that she didn't read Penny Arcade.
I was there because he had to be like, Kara, come look at the comic that we made. She's like, no, and he's like, no, I think you'll like this one.
Yeah, and she did like it. I was right.
I got to see the whole thing. But, you know, Brent and I, so, I mean, after we got married, we made up a new last name. Like, we actually, so, Holkins, I mean, when we first started doing the comic, I was Jerry Parkinson, which I didn't especially like. And when we came up with Holkins, I mean, that's more or less the way our whole thing works. right? I mean, we try to do it as 50-50 as possible. And I did not ask her to marry me. It wasn't like that. It wasn't like it is on TV or like in a movie. Like, I remember we were sitting on her bed at, one of these, like a college party type scenario. And she said, you know what, I think that if you would move to Seattle, I would totally marry you. And I said, well, I would marry you under those conditions as well. Provided that there is, a scenario in which we're both able to get our needs met, I think we could enter into a union. And she said, so are we engaged? And I said, I think so. And that's it. I don't know if it was very romantic or not, but it's so good.
I want to thank you guys for everything you do, and I have fan art, if you wouldn't mind accepting it.
We accept all gifts.
Yes.
Guys, welcome back to Boston. So I had a question about, as if you didn't have enough on your creative plate. Last year during the Q&A, you had sort of confided in us a question I asked sparked this, but Jerry, you had mentioned a desire to perhaps make a Bell album.
Oh yeah.
And I just kind of wanted to put that bug back in your ear because I would buy the shit out of that album.
Oh yeah.
So.
Well, no. I mean, what happened is that I had everything totally lined up. I was incredibly excited. So I'm going to do it with Chris Stroud. And but first we have to do the Icar Falls album. So first we have to work on his Eldritch Horror setting, and then I can have my album. And he's supposed to be moving back up to Seattle, and when he does that, we'll get it done for you. Awesome. Thanks.
My name is David, and I accidentally ended up being in charge of an effort for the Boy Scouts to develop a game design merit badge.
Interesting.
Wow.
What does that badge look like?
Well, so I'm making it. And I specifically made an effort to make it media diverse.
Sure, exactly.
So instead of being required to make a video game, right, we have the option to do a tabletop or a card game,
prototyping stuff. Yeah.
Be a GM for a game.
No, you should have Dungeon Master be a separate badge.
So I'm actually coming here with a request. It took me several months to get the requirements almost officially completed, and now we have to write a pamphlet to go with them to be able to teach the boys how to do it.
Jerry will write it. Right after he does our podcast.
So I was hoping I could either get a quote or perhaps 200 to 300 words. Relatively short. About a game type of choice. For example, making the transition from a gamer to a game designer.
Yeah.
How to do some of that. Or why everyone should play pen and paper.
Or both.
Or
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I can hook that up. There's probably a news post that has this text already done. But I could do that. I'll get something like that. You know what we should do? Do you have a design for the badge?
Oh, yeah, we don't have a picture yet.
Okay, now, dude.
Now you're committing Kiko to things now. Well, yeah, Eric can do it.
We were considering essentially borrowing off the Shots Play controller logo, because it looks really good on the little badge.
Well, it looks like that, but you don't want to be controller specific, right? You want to be multidisciplinary, so to speak. So, but he loves heraldry and he loves iconography.
He's not doing anything else.
He would enjoy it. I think he would enjoy it. So I will do this piece for you, and I'll just put it up on the site. You can just copy and paste it from a post. I'll just post it, and I'll let you know that that's what it is, and then you can take it. I should write that in. Yeah. And then we use All right. By the end of this thing, I'm going to have every resource committed. We're going to tap every card.
Hello. So last year, you came up to one of our friends, Mike specifically, and gave her a copy of Dragon Dice.
Oh, I did that, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, wrong person. You gave her a copy of Dragon Dice.
Yes, I was like, what? I did something nice. I don't remember that. It sounded like we all.
And then he confused you for me.
Right.
Alright. That's what happened.
So anyway, you gave her a copy of Dragon Dice and told her to like, oh, find out how it is, tell me how it is. And she got like, maybe like half an hour trying to figure out the manual and gave up and gave it to us. And so we realized this was a quest. We had a quest from YouTube that we had to review this game and give you our review. So this is my friend Adam. Hi, Adam.
Alright, so can we get a camera close up on these dice? Because it's really instructive of how the game is designed.
Nope, apparently not.
Van, can you do it? Can you load them up?
We have no way to do that.
Yeah. When he really does it. Alright, so the color of the dice is very important to me.
Okay, so the color is fire.
Yeah. And the color of the dice is very important. It's important for the magic mechanic. It's important for the territory capture. It's really important to know what color they are. Take a guess at which one of those dice are green.
So there's kind of a turquoise one.
I feel good about this one. Is that green?
Yeah, that's one of the shades of green. There's green, yellow, teal, and black, and the first three look exactly the same. And this sort of thinking pervades the design of the game.
So after we had done this, I went to do a little more digging, and I went to the local game shop down where I live in Delaware, and they've been open for like 30 years, which is Serious Pros, and I went and actually showed them the game and talked to them, and the guy who runs the place, and like I said, he's been in business for 30 years, he said that Dragon Dice was actually the final nail in the coffin of TSR. This is the game that killed them. So the quest is, here's the severed head of TSR.
They actually have a booth over in the tabletop thing. I was going to go ask them how their game is played. I suspect they know. Right? Oh, man. Yeah, I feel like 24 hours is a good breaking in period.
Thanks, guys.
Hi guys, thank you very much for PAX. I think we all agree that this is amazing.
I like it.
Answer. And to say thank you, I brought gifts from Canada.
Oh, nice.
That's Easter.
That's not the dead.
Hi guys. Yep. I got two things. One is really quick. In the season 2 DVD for PATV, on one of the commentary tracks, you two are arguing about Jerry's use of the bird. Can you please show us what the bird is?
He doesn't actually know how to give the middle finger.
Okay.
Show him how you do it. The stupid, dumb way you do it.
I thought that it was like a bird, like. That's why they call it the bird.
That would make more sense than this.
Because of its alien shape.
Exactly. Okay, the second thing is, I asked you this at Prime about the Expo floor. Do you have any recommendations for this year?
I'm going to poke around in there for a little bit.
I've had very little time. But Theater Rhythm down in the Square booth, that sort of music, rhythm, Final Fantasy game is actually really fun.
But tell me what you mean by it. Because it's crazy.
It's a music, rhythm, Final Fantasy game.
We'll see it. I mean, basically, it's sort of like a real-time...
music, rhythm, Final Fantasy.
If that sounds cool, just know that it's even cooler than that. I think that you should play Quantum Conundrum. Yeah, I know. Lucia's from one of the designers of Portal. And I think she's here actually. I saw her today. She's pretty cool. But the game is off the charts. Like it's a must. You have to go play it.
Okay, I'll check those out, guys. Thanks. And let me repeat all the thank you for passing it up in Boston.
Thank you. Our pleasure to live here.
I'm and I just had a few questions about webcomics for you.
We're uniquely qualified.
Yeah, right? I'm a huge fan of the Comic Saturday Morning Breakfast series.
Oh, sure. As many are.
I love the dystopian future since the best part. But I was wondering what you guys like. If you have any favorite webcomics?
Let's see. I like three-word phrases. Yeah. Super fun.
See, there's not enough cheering for that.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm saying that means that there are a lot of people who are not reading, and I am more than happy to be your ambassador in this context. Three-word phrase.
Thank you. I have one more quick question. I can't remember when you came out with the strip, but it was right before I think Gabe left, and you had a series of guest artists, and Gabe and Tycho got in an argument that ended in Tycho passionately yelling, "I'm a writer, I paint with words." As someone who's passionate about writing, I really want to know, do you believe that?
He does, actually. It's kind of sad.
I was talking to my son, and he's like, "Dad, you're not an artist." I'm like, "Well, some artists create with words." It's so funny.
One more question. Will you please sign?
You saw right through it. Yes. Villain. Shame you, but I'll do it.
Go here.
Okay, so it's time for all the traditions. The annual right.
You saw the other one coming.
Performance art? I don't understand what's happening.
So, Frank.
Yeah.
The Megathon.
Right.
The Cookie Brigade.
Right. Incredible.
Enforcers Converge.
And now it's time for one that's uniquely to the East. The annual Giant Micro.
Oh, yeah.
I do.
Okay, so last year you got pencil ink is always nice.
I appreciate that. Is it AIDS this year? Gonorrhea?
This year you're getting the black den.
It's actually very cute.
But again, there's only one, so you're going to have to fight it.
That's fair. I'll take it.
Okay.
Last year you did rock paper scissors. So, considering we're all geeks and nerds here,
Yeah.
I thought something a bit more appropriate.
I hope it doesn't put knives out of there.
This is being really profound. So you're saying that we have to fight in order to see who gets the death? I don't want it. You can have it. Oh, it's the loser, see? That's the twist. There's a twist in it. Thank you.
So, when are we going to see Tripod at PAX East of Prime?
What?
You look confused.
Ziggy has one.
Okay, thank you anyway. Tripod is an Australian comedy music trio.
Oh, no, I've seen their YouTube videos.
Have you seen Tripod versus the Dragon?
I have.
The D&D
No, I have a DVD. Yeah, I have Fantasy. That's where we got the idea for Paul and Storm at our other D&D game. Because their combat stuff is so great.
The musical?
Well, maybe I'm thinking of something.
He knows what you're talking about.
This is awesome. This is like so awesome.
Could you bring them to the U.S.?
To the Pixar will?
If necessary. They've said they'll play anywhere in the U.S. that will pay them. Like, pay to bring them out of it. They performed at the Massapoca in North Adams, Massachusetts.
Yeah.
And, wow.
No,
it was the first
I think they'd be an incredible match, don't you?
Yeah. I brought the DVD to give to you. Do you want it?
We can wrap this up. She's got whoopie buttons.
Okay.
I have a variant on that.
It's all happening. It's all excellent. All good stuff.
Cool.
Oh, man. Yeah.
So I had two things, actually.
I see that.
Yeah.
Aside from do you have customized color palettes to use on Photoshop for the strips, or do you just know your settings?
Well, for the characters, I have customized colors. As far as extra stuff, I use a program called Color Schemer. Yeah, it's free, super handy. I mean, you can just browse awesome palettes and find the one you want.
Yeah, there are a lot of graphic programs, so I don't know what's down.
Yeah, Color Schemer's good.
Also, we are the ones that brought you Whoopie Pie last year.
Yeah.
I thought we would.
See, now here's a tradition I can get behind.
Brutal combat. Thank you so much.
Oh, delicious.
Waste.
Well, this is awkward. I remember them last year, and I'm a bit of a competitive spirit.
Whoa!
These whoopie pies are made of red velvet.
Pretty good.
Well, that's championship level, sir. The next box, I assume we have 8.
So, as my girlfriend, I was here last year with Whoopie Pies. Would you like 17 more? In classic flavor, red velvet, pumpkin, peanut butter, and the reverse, yellow cake and chocolate filling.
Those are the good ones.
Also, we have 8 more that And there goes my dick. We have 8 more. Yeah. We have 8 more that I bought 2 weeks ago that are a little bit past their date, but they were immediately refrigerated.
I don't want your stale whoopie pie.
Perfectly fine. I'll take them. So would you like 17 more whoopie pies?
We'll make sure that they can eat it. Absolutely.
There was a joke that was making about pies. Thank you very much. I feel like there's a mathematical principle we could use to explain this.
No. Yeah, he's screwed. Or not, I guess.
Yeah. Oh.
We gotta move on. We gotta get past the pie thing.
Yeah.
Hey there.
I love you guys.
Thank you.
I just want to say that I'm Chuck, also known as AskGapper, and I'm here again talking to developers about button remapping and the custom button remapping edition.
Yeah.
And you guys have always been supporters of that.
Absolutely.
And I appreciate it totally. Because it's something that really will help all disabled gamers. My question I wanted to ask, and I'm going to say a few things afterwards, but just take a think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Has there ever been a console game where you didn't like the control schemes, where there was a problem just with the layout that came with it and you wish you could remap it? Okay, now think about that for a second. And I just wanted to say that I really appreciate so much how accessible you make packs for the disabled. It means a lot. And if anybody afterwards wants to come up and sign the petition. I'll be around afterwards for that. And if you ever want to do a strip telling the game industry that remapping or disabled gamers should be a standard, that would be awesome. So,
well, remappability just seems like a virtue in and of itself. Like it has a lot of benefits, but I simply think that like direct input, for example, I think that's how it should work. We got a bunch of carts. Robert rented a ton of carts this year for people to use, and we had to make sure that they worked. And so we didn't race them.
That's super shameful. Why are you telling that story?
I want you to know that they all work great. And it's all good.
Yeah, the best thing about being in a wheelchair is standing in line is a lot easier. Console game where you couldn't remap, you didn't like the layouts that the game came with, just didn't really work for you, or you were kind of frustrated, and wish you could.
I think they make those games. I think they make those games for me. I don't think they, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like I think that they have like a certain profile in mind, which is part of the problem. You know, each game teaches you to play the next game, teaches you to play the next game, and then by the time someone needs something different, it doesn't exist.
Yeah, well, you'll come across one at some point, and you'll think about it. So, thanks, guys. Pleasure.
Thank you.
Hey guys, this is my first time being PAX, so thank you for bringing all of this here. Yeah, it's been a long time. I have a story. It started sad, but there's a positive at the end. Back in high school, what I call the Hellscape High School,
yes.
Black Hole.
This is incredible work.
Oh yeah. It was a very difficult time for me. It was like, you know, first, you know, the whole thing like black nerd, and you know, one year in particular, sophomore year, was kind of like the lowest point in my life. I lost 2 good friends in the span of 3 weeks. One suicide, one had cancer. The second one wasn't too much surprise. I was hoping he was coming in. Of course, my parents were big, of course, as well. So it was the point at that time that I thought like pretty much just ended. And you know, I did, but fortunately, as you see, it did happen. And it took me quite some 2 years to get over, but I do remember one thing that kind of broke out to where, you know, I knew there was a light in the tunnel. It was, the Kingdom Hearts 2 came out at that time, and I do remember one of my favorite comics of all time was Dave's Jimmy Cricket, trying to do the Jimmy Cricket thing. I laughed so many times at that episode. We had, you know, didn't like get sad or anything. Just was a pep. So
it still works for you.
Oh yes. This is one of my favorite games because I love that comic, and that kind of it was my gateway drug to reading more of your characters from like the games and now. So I just want to say thank you for what you've done personally for me, for others who've been down that road probably much worse, and just bringing this huge safe utopia of nerdom, and people come together and. I just want to give people a hug and say that every hug is also guys be signed by Dash.
we offer a hug delivery service.
Aww.
So rad. How can I help you?
Hi, I guess my question is for Mike.
Oh, that's cool.
But he's busy, so I
No, he's coming back. He's not going to be busy forever. He's going to come back soon. All right, how are you? What are you doing?
I'm pretty good. This is my first time, so I'm excited about it.
Welcome to work. Hey. I was there. I like it. You don't talk about pretty big words or.
I did swear words.
Here, I like that.
In Spanish too. That's me.
Expanded.
I'm present.
Good. Very good.
See? No problem.
Which is kind of
Okay, what?
So.
Okay, question for you. Oh, all right.
How did you get to be so fucking